Injuries, injuries, and more injuries for the Cowboys as we get further into the week. Yes, I understand that these injuries were sustained in that Tampa Bay game, but we have a bit more news on what exactly is going on here. So, I'm not going to touch on the Dak Prescott situation and his injury. I'm going to save that for a later video because I need to gather a little bit more information. Like, we're seeing the timetable go from like 8 to 10 weeks, 6 to 8, to 4 to 6. Like, I need to see a little bit more before I go any further with that. So please just bear with me on that, and then I'll get the video out later. Um, Next, let's talk about these injuries, right? So let me take a look at the list that was culminated for me. So to start things off, Connor McGovern, your starting left guard, is now out 4 to 7 weeks with a high ankle injury, and that's not good. And the main reasoning that this kind of hurts you is depth-wise. Like, I think that that's a given obvious. Sure, Matt Farniok stepped in and he looked decent at times, but you got to have more than that. And I think that if you can get through this slew of games, A-okay, fine. But the Cowboys' inability to try and do something, hey, listen, that's on them. I'm not complaining. Then Jaron Curse, he will be out between 2 to 4 weeks with an MCL injury. That ain't good either. You got your green dot on your defense going to be out for quite some time. And if I'm being real with you, like, he's a huge key component to your defense besides Micah Parsons. So with him being out, I'm really curious to see how this defense responds moving forward. Right? And then you had Terrell Basham get hurt. Now, with Terrell Basham's injury, as we look it up here, because I had two conflicting reports. So here it is. So we're hoping that he can come back in a week or two. And, I mean, for Terrell Basham, not really the biggest concern because of that defensive line and the young guys there. But the two other injuries, not really good. I mean, of course, Dak's on this list. But to kind of just do a brief understanding, you got a guy that we're thinking 4 to 10 weeks. Like, we don't know. Doctors are saying 4 to 6 weeks. The general time frame for an injury like this is 6 to 8, and then sometimes even longer, 8 to 10. So for me, I think that the Cowboys, if they can come out of this stretch with a win or two, which I'm talking about the next 5 games, if you can come out of these games with 2 or 3 wins, I'd be amazed. I think that you need to use this time to hone in on how you're going to do things offensively. Because defensively, we kind of see what the problem is. That run defense is still an issue. And, you know, Micah Parsons, he's going to be that chess piece that's going to keep you in games like he did the, you know, two nights ago. Yeah, because it's a Tuesday. But I, as a Cowboys fan, am a bit worried about these mounting injuries because now that you have James Washington that's out, Michael Gallup that's out, well, they've been out, but you get what I'm getting at. Like, that's not good. Now, on offense, you're missing your quarterback, starting left guard, 2 wide receivers, and then defensively, you lost one of your starting safeties and a rotational defensive end. So, I'm not really going to be upset with what's been going on because the Cowboys put themselves in this position. You put yourself in this position, offensively speaking. Defensively, I think you have the depth that, like, I'm not worried about. But still, it's a question, like, what are we going to do here? So you look at those next 4 games, you know, you have the Bengals on deck. Then you have the Giants, followed by Washington. And then you have the Rams. I mean, you look at that, I think that we need to see how the offense and defense perform on Sunday to really get a sense of what exactly is going on. Because if we're being honest, like, the Cowboys look like they can run the football effectively. And a couple positives, you know, look, you have young guys that look nice. Like, I really liked what I saw from Tyler Biadasz. He actually looked really good, all things considered. Tyler Smith looked really good, considering the circumstances around him. Sure, did he look perfect? Absolutely not. But I really like what you got there. And then, you know, Micah Parsons is Micah Parsons. So I think the strategy for Dallas is going to be, listen, we're going to go through these next couple of games. We're going to try to see how things go. But I'll say this here, but then I'll touch base, excuse me, on this in the next video. If the Cowboys cannot win a game, or they come out of this stretch with only one victory, there's no point in bringing anybody back or rushing anybody back, and that's what I'm worried about. But that's going to be the topic of the next video. So hope you guys enjoyed this small little video. Please like, subscribe, hit the note, whatever, if you want to do that. I don't really give a damn. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.